As we saw last week, King Solomon disobeyed God and married women from other nations. These wives led him to worship false gods, and this made God angry. God said to Solomon, "Since you have done this, I will take away the kingdom from you. You will be king for the rest of your life, but when your son becomes king, he will only be king over one tribe." Now there are two characters in this story with very similar names, so you need to pay extra attention. When Solomon died, his son Rehoboam became the king. The people told Rehoboam, "Your father Solomon made us work too hard." Remember, Solomon had built a grand temple and a big palace. The people were tired from the hard work. "We will be happy to serve you if you make our work easier." Rehoboam asked his father's friends what he should do. They said, "Be kind to the workers and they will work for you forever." Then Rehoboam asked his friends what he should do, and those friends said, "Tell them you will make them work even harder." Rehoboam didn't listen to the wiser older men and told the people, "I will make you work even harder." This was bad news for the people. They didn't want to serve a king like Rehoboam, so they chose a man called Jeroboam, who had been one of Solomon's officials, to be their king, and he ruled over the northern kingdom of Israel. Rehoboam ruled over only one tribe, the southern kingdom of Judah. Rehoboam did not like being king of only one tribe. He wanted more, so he planned to attack Israel, but God sent a prophet to stop him. The prophet had a message straight from God. "Do not fight them. The people of Israel are part of your family. I am the Lord, and I am in control of what is happening." So Rehoboam went home. Now Jeroboam was the king of Israel, and he wanted to make sure the people never went back to their old king. Instead of letting them go to Jerusalem to worship God at the temple, Jeroboam made 2 golden calves for the people to worship. "Look," he said, "these golden calves are the gods who saved your families from Egypt. Worship them." What Jeroboam did was a sin. Those calves didn't save God's people. God led his people out of Egypt. There was no statue that could represent him. Jeroboam tried to make Israel seem like a better place to live than Judah, where Rehoboam ruled. Jeroboam led all the people to worship false gods instead of the one true God. And Rehoboam in the south was just as bad, as he encouraged the people to build statues of other gods. What a mess. We have seen the story of God's special people, from him creating man and woman in his own image, to seeing them want more than he had given, his promise of a deliverer, his calling of Abraham when he told him that he would have as many descendants as the stars in the sky, the problems that they had in Egypt and God saving them. He gave them their own land. He gave them judges to rule over them. He even gave them a king when he knew it wasn't a good idea. And this is where it had led them, a divided country, north and south. Not only that, but they were worshipping idols. Jeroboam wasn't the only king who forgot God. It happened many times for hundreds of years. It would take something very serious to get their attention. Things would have to get even worse before they got better.